What's going on, guys? Archie, another episode of What Went Wrong. On this episode, we asked the question, what went wrong with Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege? Siege, much like Battlefront, was a pretty hyped up game, much like other Ubisoft games. It was downgraded a bit from what we saw at that year's E3, but that's a given. This game was filled with a lot of issues. It had a rocky launch where connecting to games took ages to do, disconnects was common, and team killing ran rampant. But that was at the launch. How has the game changed since then? Well, all those still exist. The game still has disconnect issues, especially in ranked. Team killing is very common in unranked AK casual, but there are other issues. Siege is plagued by inconsistent weapons, bad shot registration, and the physics in the game are very wonky. The weapons don't seem like they were tested at all. There's a lot of the weapons in the game seem like their type is relevant. By type I mean like machine guns, SMGs, pistols, like all the categories for weapons just seem like that category doesn't even really matter. Light machine guns have no recoil, SMGs outranges assault rifles, and pistols can one shot. Now with that, there are other issues like the game intentionally screwing you over when it comes to like peeking through windows or looking through doors, because apparently the game just can't focus what lighting you can't really just see if you're outside looking in or if you're inside looking out. Then there's the pointless feature where the game tells you someone is outside. It waits until the person is already outside shooting at people before informing you, hey, someone's outside. Not only that, the defensive team can actually sit outside and wait for attackers to spawn in and just spawn camp you and kill you. That way, it's been done. But that's not all. Siege also lacks content. There's no real single player campaign, there's no co-op campaign, just multiplayer and just terrorist hunt. No, to give an example of how bad the weapons are in this game, one time I was the last person alive on my team because my team sucked. I got everything planned out. What I was going to do was going to try to get that W, try to clutch out for my team. So I jumped through a hatch, took out a guy Spec Ops style, turned a corner with a shotgun, and fired 2 shots at the upper body of another player. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, game over. Well, no. See, on my screen, that's what happened. I shot somebody twice, blood squirted from that person's body. It should have been the end of the game. But the person didn't even die. And on their screen, they didn't take any damage. So it's just a weird thing that goes on with this game. If you've already seen in the clips on the screen how buggy the game is, like me falling through a hatch, repeatedly going up and down, and to just magically just die. And then there's been times where the issues in this game benefit me. I'm not going to act like I haven't seen some bullshit that helped me out in turn. So, you know, it can go bad and go good. It's a messed up game. And at its core, though, Rainbow Six Siege is actually a pretty good game at its core. But you know, it's one of those games that suffer because all these issues it has. Siege can be a really good game, but things it lacks hold it back, like the lack of content, the bugs, the broken mechanics, the inconsistent weapons. Those things that Siege lacks make it the worst Rainbow Six title to date. But that's only because it lacks those things and because it has these issues. Even with these issues, it shows flashes of a good game, a game with potential, but those times are overshadowed by the bad things that are in the game. That's it for this episode, guys, of what went wrong. If you disagree, leave those comment section below. If you agree, leave those comment section below as well. Hope you have a good day. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Catch you guys next time.